Hello there, fellow humans, and welcome to this video of 10 minutes of regret, basically. Now, what I did say a couple of months ago is that I'll open new crates if they come out, and unfortunately they did. So I did open them on my stream yesterday. If you want to watch my streams, then check out the schedule on Discord. Haha. So, these are mega containers. Are they good? Of course they're not. They're crates. They're never good. Then, what do we have here? A 5% drop chance for all these tanks, which we end up with a 0.04% chance for each tank. You also have the KPZ-15 here. We're going to go into that tank a bit more in detail there because it doesn't deserve its own video. That's quite simple. Now, obviously, you have to be a complete lunatic to try and gamble for this thing because it's impossible. So, obviously, 0.04%, you ain't getting that thing. Forget it. Just forget it. You're not getting it unless you spend like 2k euros, you know, and at that point you might as well buy yourself something good because you're never getting this money back. Now, we'll go into that a bit more in detail. So what else is in these? Somehow, you can, when you buy a crate, you can get crates, which is dumb. Then 250 to 100,000 gold, but I mean, if we have a look down here, all the way, then the drop chance for the gold is 0.01%, and most likely you're gonna end up with something between 200 and 1,000 gold, because that's how it works. And you could also end up with completely useless attachments down here, and or a lockbox key. So, what we're gonna do now, as I said, I opened the crates on stream yesterday, so I'll leave you with that, and then we'll come back and talk about it a bit more. I already regret this, but here we go. Obviously, the first one, 1 day of premium account and 300 gold. Oh my god, that is trash. Yeah, why would you want this? It's like a complete waste of money. 14 days of premium account, that's one of the better rewards. There. But yeah, I mean, you're most likely not gonna get a tank out of this stuff. 350 gold and 2003 XP. Yay. I mean, you can get all this stuff cheaper than buying it in crates. Right? 1 day, 300 gold. That's how it goes normally. Right? A lockbox key. Oh my god, look at that. And 5 days of premium. I got a lockbox key, but I don't have any lockboxes. What do I do with it? That's just kind of trash, yo. And 1,000 gold. Ooh, look at that. I'm rich now. No, I'm not. 20 euros for this. Jesus. The thing is, you're not even paying 20 euros for the 13. You're, like, getting ones for free. 7 days of premium. I'm gonna never be free, right? I'm getting so much premium. I don't want that. 1 day, 250 gold. Alright, that's something. Let's go. Keep going. I mean, 1,300 gold. That's a decent thing, I think. That is decent, somewhat. But I mean, if you buy the good bundles, you can get way more than this, right? You can get way more than this if you just buy the proper bundles. Obviously, if you buy gold on its own, you're gonna get ripped off. But if you buy the good bundles in the shop, you're gonna get way more than this than just like a couple of gold here and there. And 5k so far, which is not great for 20 euros certainly. And yeah, there we go. That's a bit shit, you know? 40 days of premium and 5k gold for 20 euros. That's a bit shit. Now, obviously, one thing it does have to its advantage is that the turret is very rounded. So you are going to get a couple of lucky bounces here and there. But I would put this tank more into the area of, let's say, an AMX-30B, where it's basically the worst of two tanks combined into one. Now, why would you play the KPZ-50, or why would you pay potentially infinite amount of money when the E50M is a better tank? It's faster, it has more frontal armor, it has a smaller turret profile, which means it equally needs premium ammo to be penned, but it has a smaller profile, so it's harder to hit it. And you also have higher alpha damage, which means in a trading fight you are at a better advantage there. Now, obviously, the penetration on the E50M is a bit bad, but that happens for most of tier 10 medium tanks. If you know where to hit, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. What is a problem, though, is the grass. Why is that on? That confuses me. Now, one pro tip, or annoyance tip, is turn off grass. It's distracting, and nothing more, in my opinion anyway. So, yeah. Okay, here's the bat chat. Now, obviously, what we can do here at T100 LT, that is a tank that is very hard to play, obviously. And some people, even though they're good, they can't play it. So, okay, they're gonna push, which is probably bad for my position because there's not that much backup. The 6 TP is a bit backwards, so I'm gonna back off out of here. Because obviously the T100 is gonna take that position, ideally, for him, and ideal for us, obviously. T100 is gonna die. Congratulations on that. And there's the problem with this tank, and that happens with most tanks. If you can't pen the E100s, I think that's the ultimate test of penetration. If you can't pen the E100's front plate on a turret with prim ammo, your prim ammo sucks. I think that's the minimum standard of what it should be. It's obviously to the pain of the E100. So this is obviously not great. The E100 is actually having lost a lot of his hit points, but the T95 is now dead, which is bad. And there is not much control here, because mainly the 6 TP, who should be the forward-facing heavy tank, should be taking the control, didn't do that. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it does happen. This is Blitz. So you can't expect everyone to be a good player, because doing that would result in you getting mad, and there is no reason to do that, because it's a kid's game mostly, so that's how it goes. Obviously, you can hope that they're doing the right thing, but expecting it, that's a different story. Okay, 4 versus 4, and the main hit point haver here is the ST1, so I'll try to focus on that, because obviously he gives me the most damage, and he can also be the biggest threat going forward, because the more hit points you have, the longer you can stay alive. The longer you can stay alive, the more damage you can do. Pretty much. But it should also be a priority, especially in a situation like this, to take out low HP targets, because a dead tank can do less damage than an alive tank, as you may know. So I'm gonna not try and chase the Batchat there. This is not great. Batchat still has a shot, I think. So how is he still full HP? Anyway, WT is gonna be here. Gonna load the HE here, guarantee it. And that was HE from him, from the WT that didn't go through the turret. Absolute non-penetration there. That's how strong the E50M is. This is pretty much the best beginner T10 medium as well, because it's very, very easy to play. It's amazingly good. It isn't as high performance as the Leopard 1 can be. However, to get that performance out of the Leopard 1, you have to be very, very good. And with the E50M, not really. The E50M is a lot easier to play. And I would definitely, before you spend any money on these dumb crates, get the E50M. Now there's gravity going on. Grind up. The Panther 2 is a horrible tank. Gotta say, the T-rate's horrible. So grind the Panther 2 in gravity now, and then get the E50. Upgrade your E50, and then you have a great tank there. The E50, upgraded, can be a very strong tank. It's not as great as the E50M, but it can be a very strong tank. And then, once you've done that, you've spent a lot less money and had a lot more fun than trying to get the KPZ-50. Because that thing is not worth it. If it be sold for 15k gold, like a 121B, I think the performance level of it will be somewhere equal to a 121B. You know, both have strong rounded turrets. Both have higher DPM than most mediums. Both do have relatively weak hulls that do retain some form of armor. Now, the trade-off is that the KPZ has less alpha damage, while the 121B has less gun depression. So basically, we have an exact trade-off there. And in terms of mobility, both aren't really the fastest, even though the KPZ is even slower. So if it be sold for 15,000 gold, that would be a reasonable price for that vehicle. I think I still wouldn't go for it, obviously, because there is no reason to. Tier 10 is a bad tier for grinding credits, and you also don't need any vehicle like that, and the 6TP is going to get himself decapped, which would be a bit unfortunate at this point. But now I know where he is. He doesn't know where I am, so he probably should be stuck there. So now I'm going to just go for it and push him. He might try to go for a shot or something like that. And yes, he is, and he did decap him. Yep, and now he's running. And he missed, obviously. So now we're going to have to stop him from getting out of here. Just like that. Beautiful. E50M is better than any tank you like. Ha. No, not really, but it is a great tank. And if this was a great video, well, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Goodbye.